Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the premiere episode of Magic in the Kitchen with Chef Merlin. For our first episode, I decided to go with a really easy, simple breakfast that pretty much anyone should be able to make. The main thing that we're going to be cooking today is Eggy in a basket. And then we're going to also be preparing some baked tomatoes, and I'm going to cook up some applewood bacon as a side. I'm going to actually start, though, with the baked tomatoes because they're going to take the longest time to cook. What we're going to do here is we're going to start out just by cutting these in half. Like so. And placing them in a small baking dish. Now you can make as many of these as you want to, depending on how many people you're going to be feeding. Since this is just going to be me and my wife, 2 tomatoes should do fine for us. And we're going to be covering this with some Italian seasoning and Parmesan. Just sprinkling a little bit on there. Just get a nice little covering. And the Parmesan. Place this in our oven that's preheated to 375 degrees. In about 15 minutes we're going to come back and continue to do the rest because that's going to take about 20 minutes to cook, and we're going to want to have some time to finish. Okay, everyone, we're back and we're about to throw the bacon on first into a pan that's been heated on medium heat. You're going to want to actually heat up your pans before you actually go ahead and put them in there so it can already be preheated, just like you preheat an oven. You don't necessarily want to put your food into a cold pan. The next thing we're going to be doing while the bacon's starting is we're going to butter our bread for the Eggy in a blanket. Or Eggy in a basket, sorry. Go ahead and put butter on both sides of one slice of bread. Now some people put butter in the pan and then just do it that way, but I think it cooks better if you put it right onto the bread. And you're just going to cut a little circle or a square. Circle's actually kind of better, but all you're really wanting is having a hole that you can put your egg in. Now, if you want to be more precise, you can use a small cup or maybe a big cap or something to make the hole perfectly round, but I just kind of make a little hole like that. That's about how big you're going to want your hole to be. So we're going to put our bread into the pan, and then we just crack an egg and put it into the very center like so. It's just like that. And you're just going to let that cook up a little while. Now you're going to want, both of these are going to be on medium heat. If you have a really hot burner, you might want to make the Eggy in the basket on medium low. It's getting about there. It's always the complicated part. The bread is cooking up faster than our... Now some people will leave the yolk intact and make it kind of like a over hard, over medium. But I like to make sure that it's fully cooked. Sorry, over easy or over medium, but I prefer it to be over hard kind of egg. And our alarm just went off, so our tomatoes should be done. Yeah, they're done. Put that back over for a minute. See, that needs a little bit more cooking right there on that side. Flip it over. See how that's looking over there? It's getting kind of done on this side. That's what it should look like. I'll go ahead and plate our tomatoes. Bacon's cooking up nice. Bacon's almost done. Okay, the bread didn't get fully cooked on the other side, but the egg is, so that's all that really matters. Turn our oven off. Okay, the bacon's almost done. The tomatoes are done. Okay, here's the finished product. We have the baked tomatoes, which was baked tomato, some Italian seasoning, and some Parmesan cheese. The egg in the basket was made with 1 egg and a slice of bread that was buttered on both sides, and some bacon that we fried up. And if you want to, what I usually do with the leftover whole for the egg in the basket is I just fry it up, and you can put some jam or something on it just like you would toast. And that is this complete breakfast. Stay tuned for more videos.